If I had known what I'm about to share with you earlier than 10 years ago, I would have retired early, but I didn't know. Although I was a professional, I was illiterate when it comes to matters of personal finance. Stay with me on this one. You see, what is important is that, as I've indicated previously, pay yourself first. Then we've dealt with that. That's easy. And then we dealt with the toughest one, the second plank, when the excitement wanes and you are no longer motivated to carry on because the whole thing is slow. And then I urged you to stay on. Now, the third plank, which is very important, is that today we are talking about taking the math of tiny things into an investment arena so that you continue to build a strong bridge to financial wealth. Stay with me. It is very important. I didn't know that, but I now know, and that is why I am sharing this information with you. 10 years ago, I invested a lump sum, and it was a lump sum for retirement annuity. Every month, I would receive the interest. And you know what I did because I didn't know. I spent the interest. Then, when I started reading books on personal finance, retirement, annuity, I discovered that it would benefit me not to consume the entire interest, to also invest it in a high yield index fund. So, if you have a retirement annuity facility, look into it so that you don't spend everything. You must, I urge you, invest. And remember, we are taking this conversation to the investment arena, not just savings, because you won't get much. If you are employed and your employer has an offer of a retirement annuity, grab it, because what that means is that your employer is going to meet you halfway, and that is free money. Invest it, and it will just compound with time. I didn't know this, and I am sharing it with you. So, here we go. When it comes to building this stronger plank, it's important that you start, as I've indicated, start investing the proceeds of your retirement annuity, or start investing what remains when you look at your bank statement and find that at least there are $100, it's $100 or $500 invested in a high yield index. We will talk about that in my next video. Start. Don't be like me, because I didn't know. Had I known what I'm sharing with you, I would have retired early and I would be traveling the world, because the investment would be working for me, but I didn't know. But I started. So, start. After you have started, don't be like me, because there was a time when I would challenge my fund manager because I wanted to withdraw the lump sum. And again, I had to educate myself to stay. And you know, when I would phone my fund manager, when, for instance, the inflation, and in 2008, remember what happened globally when there was just that economic meltdown, I panicked and I phoned. Fortunately, my fund manager just encouraged me to think again, and I went and read. What helped was to read a book by Warren Buffett, and it became clear to me that I shouldn't follow my emotions of panicking, and I left that lump sum. And after the meltdown, there was a difference. I almost shot myself in the foot. So, the principle when it comes to investment is that stay. Don't panic. Whatever happens, don't pull your money out, because what goes down will definitely bottom up. And that is what happens when it comes to such matters. Stay. Get it from me. Stay. Don't panic. Don't follow your emotions of anxiety, of just freaking out. Then, very important. You see, when it comes to investment matters, starting is very, very important. Start now. Staying is important. And as I've indicated, don't panic. Then there is something very important. Stacking your investment. What that means is that you start, you stay, and you just allow time to take its course. Forget about it if you can. Because do you know what happens? When it comes to compound interest, it doesn't matter when you start. What matters is that you start. And that is what is called stacking. When your investment meets time, your investment meets interest, because you leave it for a long time. Unlike some of us who woke up financially very late. Start now. Start today. Inform yourself. It works. It is a wonder, and it gives you peace of financial anxiety. It also covers you when it comes to the investment anxiety, because when it grabs you, as it did in 2008, as long as you understand what is happening in your life, that your investment is fine, that it is protected. Yes, there will be inflation. Yes, there will always be market volatility. Just bear with that. Stay, be stable, be persistent, be consistent, and trust that time will definitely yield compound interest. So, that is what I wanted to share with you, because what I learned, it's a lesson that I am imparting, and I also urge you, this is important, do invest in just your personal life by reading books on investment, books on personal finance. Do that for the peace of mind. Never ever forget that what you put aside, what you invest, that you are buying your future. You are buying the freedom of your future, the freedom just to sleep peacefully, the freedom to travel, the freedom to be flexible with your life. Do it, and do it for yourself. If this video resonates with you, remember, just to press the like button, subscribe. But there is something very, very important that I'm asking you to do, to start today. Secondly, share this video with your friends. Somebody may benefit from it. And I also welcome your suggestions, your comments. Just don't imbibe and binge this and keep quiet. I want to hear you because, after all, we are building a future that has financial peace. We are building a bridge that is leading us to wealth. And that is why I am looking forward to meeting you on the bridge.